Pollinators are essential to our ecosystem. They help plants reproduce by carrying pollen from one flower to another. This process, called pollination, is vital for the production of fruits, vegetables, and seeds. Without pollinators, our food supply would be in jeopardy. Bees are perhaps the most well-known pollinators. They are attracted to bright yellow and blue flowers. Butterflies, with their delicate wings, prefer flat-topped flowers in shades of pink and purple. Hummingbirds, with their iridescent feathers, are drawn to tubular flowers in vibrant red and orange hues. The decline of pollinator populations in recent years is a serious concern. Habitat loss, pesticide use, and climate change are all contributing factors. By creating pollinator-friendly gardens, we can provide these important creatures with the resources they need to thrive. Every garden, no matter how small, can make a difference. By planting a variety of flowering plants, providing nesting sites, and avoiding pesticides, we can all play a part in supporting pollinators. Choosing the right plants is crucial for attracting pollinators to your garden. Native plants are always the best choice. They have evolved alongside native pollinators, providing them with the nectar and pollen they need to survive. For bees, consider planting bee balm, lavender, and sunflowers. Butterflies are attracted to coneflowers, milkweed, and zinnias. Hummingbirds are drawn to bee balm, salvia, and trumpet vine. When selecting plants, opt for a diversity of colors, shapes, and bloom times. This will ensure a continuous supply of food for pollinators throughout the growing season. Planting in clumps rather than single plants will also make it easier for pollinators to find and feed on your plants. Remember, a pollinator-friendly garden is not just about flowers. Trees and shrubs also play an important role. Oak trees, for example, support hundreds of caterpillar species, which are a vital food source for birds and other wildlife. Providing suitable habitats is just as important as planting the right plants. Pollinators need places to nest, seek shelter, and raise their young. Creating these spaces in your garden will encourage them to stick around. Bees need nesting sites. Leave areas of bare ground undisturbed for ground nesting bees. You can also provide nesting boxes for cavity nesting bees. Butterflies need places to bask in the sun and lay their eggs. Flat rocks and areas of open ground are ideal. Hummingbirds don't build nests in the traditional sense. They prefer to create their tiny cup-shaped nests on the branches of trees and shrubs. Providing a source of water is also crucial for pollinators. A shallow dish filled with water and pebbles will provide a place for them to drink and cool off. Remember, a pollinator-friendly garden should mimic nature as much as possible. Avoid being overly tidy. Leave some leaf litter and dead plant material in place to provide shelter for overwintering insects. Saying no to pesticides is crucial for protecting our pollinators. Pesticides are harmful to them. They can kill them outright or disrupt their delicate life cycles. So, avoid using pesticides in your garden, especially systemic pesticides, which are absorbed by the plant and can contaminate the nectar and pollen. There are many natural and organic ways to control pests in your garden. For instance, encourage beneficial insects like ladybugs and lacewings, which prey on common garden pests. You can also use insecticidal soap or neem oil to control pests. Practicing good garden hygiene can also help to prevent pest problems. Remove diseased or infested plants promptly. Keep your garden free of weeds, which can harbor pests and diseases. Remember, a healthy and balanced ecosystem is the best defense against pests. By creating a pollinator-friendly garden, you are promoting biodiversity and supporting the natural balance of nature. Designing a pollinator-friendly garden is a rewarding endeavor. With a little planning, you can create a beautiful and vibrant space that supports these essential creatures. Start by assessing your site. Consider the amount of sunlight, soil type, and available space. Choose a variety of plants that will provide a continuous source of nectar and pollen throughout the growing season. Plant in clumps to make it easier for pollinators to find your plants. Incorporate a variety of habitats into your garden, such as nesting sites, water sources, and areas of shelter. Avoid the use of pesticides and practice good garden hygiene. Maintain your garden by deadheading spent blooms and dividing overgrown plants. This will encourage more blooms and keep your plants healthy. Remember, creating a pollinator-friendly garden is an ongoing process. Observe the pollinators in your garden and make adjustments as needed. By working with nature, we can create beautiful and thriving gardens that benefit both pollinators and people alike.